Hey guys, how you doing? Hope you're doing okay. Going to read through the full article here. There's a link in the description. The headline tells us quite a good amount of the situation here, so we'll start off with that. A 15-year-old schoolgirl who stabbed a talented musician. The musician is called Nimroy Hendricks. He was 24 years of age. Here he is. The 15-year-old schoolgirl that stabbed him to death is jailed for 5 years after admitting to manslaughter. She stabbed him with a single stab wound to the chest. This happened on October the 27th, 2020. And a trial has just taken place, if I understand correctly, and she has been jailed for 5 years. Is 5 years enough for taking the life of somebody? No. How can that have 5 years? Okay, she's young. Does that make that much of a difference? She's 15. She's 15. She killed somebody. Why is she only getting 5 years? She's going to be out when she's 20. Maybe sooner if she gets parole. That's madness. Of course, condolences to the family concerned. And I would presume that they're very unhappy with the very low sentencing. That's my opinion. That's my speculation. But I would be. 5 years is an insult, frankly. I mean, I don't know anything about the victim, of course, but I'm going to presume he's an upstanding member of the community. Why wouldn't I assume that? You know, he's 24 years of age. He's a musician. Apparently he has some talent. He had his whole life ahead of him taken away by some fucking stupid C-word 15-year-old. So yeah, if I were the family, I would not be happy with that 5 years sentence. I would feel that that's a massive insult and a severe injustice, would be my feeling. At this point, I'm going to read through the full article. A schoolgirl who killed a talented musician has been jailed for 5 years after she admitted manslaughter as a result of diminished responsibility. I mean, I'm immediately disappointed by that. What's she going to tell us? What's she going to tell us? How does she going to justify the claim of diminished responsibility? The 15-year-old girl killed Nimroy Hendricks, 24 years of age, in Crawley, West Sussex, before she was arrested by police. Alongside her custodial sentence, she will also have an extra 4 years on extended license. I don't know what that means, but I presume that's something along the lines of probation. I suppose I can Google that. I did Google, but I couldn't really find an explanation that would be relevant to this. The girl who lived in Crawley cannot be named for legal reasons. A spokesman for Sussex Police said she appeared at court late last July, charged with murder following an investigation by the Surrey and Sussex Major Crime Team. However, expert medical practitioners for the defence and prosecution agreed that at the time of the offence, the defendant was suffering from a significant abnormality of mind, and so the Crown accepted a guilty plea to manslaughter on the grounds of diminished responsibility. She was then remanded for pre-sentencing reports. Mr. Hendricks tragically died in Russell Way, Crawley, after being found with a single stab wound to the chest on October the 27th, 2020. Nimroy, who was known as Nim by friends and family, and the girl were known to each other. Detective Chief Inspector Andy Wolstenholme from the Surrey and Sussex Major Crime Team said, "The death of Nimroy Hendricks is heartbreaking, and the whole circumstances of this case are both complex and tragic. Our thoughts are with everyone affected by the loss of Nim. The acceptance of the plea for manslaughter was taken in light of all of the available evidence from expert witnesses and only after painstaking examination and discussion between counsel, the CPS, Child Protection Services, the police and Nim's family." I know that Nim's family will never get over the devastating loss of a man who was so peaceful, selfless, and caring. He was a talented musician who loved life and whose death was the tragic result of a knife taken from home in hands and a location where it should never have been. Those short moments have had an immeasurable effect on so many people who loved Nim, and many more who have heard his story and despaired at another death involving a knife. If you have any information about individuals carrying knives, contact the police. Yeah, it is tragic, and it is going to affect people. There's some flowers left in tribute to Nim, the victim. Obviously, I don't know him. Maybe some of the viewers will know him. I'm starting to find that I'm making videos of recent cases which involve victims and perpetrators, and family and friend do watch these videos on some occasions. So perhaps you are a family or friend of Nim, and if you look at the photo, you're just going by stereotypes perhaps, but he looks like J. Cole to me. I'm a J. Cole fan. He's a talented musician. You kind of just guess that he's got a bit of a chill vibe about him. Perhaps a stand-up fella, but regardless, even if that's not the case, even if he's a bit of an arsehole, I'm not suggesting that he was, but even so, no one deserves to be stabbed in the chest, killed at any age. But again, in the prime of his life, just starting out on his journey, taken away from him by a 15-year-old. I want to use the C word again. The article has failed to give us, the reader, any understanding as to why such a poor sentence is justified. It said that the prosecution and the defense came to an agreement after consultation with various parties, including Nim's family, about the temporary psychological state of the culprit concerned. She was suffering from a significant abnormality of mind, such that the Crown accepted a guilty plea to manslaughter on the grounds of diminished responsibility. I'll say this, and perhaps this is pointless to say, perhaps this is irrelevant, but this is what springs to my mind. If I'm a member of the community, if I'm a member of the society, England, I don't live in England, but if I were to, especially if I was in this area, Surrey, West Sussex, I would be angry, wouldn't I? Like, why wouldn't we be told, informed of more details? It's not enough. I feel that it's not enough for the authorities to make this decision. I understand the arguments, the reasons why, to protect a 15-year-old, but this 15-year-old killed a man. We deserve to know. So if there is some justification, we need to be provided with some information, some level of details in regards to that. If you guys can digest her mental situation and whatever it is that caused her to have this significant abnormality of mind, which I think they're saying was temporary. If you were able to digest that information and come to the conclusion that, okay, for these outstanding reasons, it's not appropriate to, can't think of the right word, but to give a longer sentence, it's appropriate to apply empathy and to understand that this girl wasn't herself. It wasn't premeditated murder. If these authorities have access to that information, are able to digest that information and come to that conclusion then why can't we, members of the society, members of the community, particularly those that are local to the area, be provided with that information so that we can make our judgment? Because at this point in time, without releasing that information, members of the community are just being told to accept this piss weak sentence. Piss weak, in my opinion. Perhaps it's the case. The article seems to be suggesting that maybe Nim's family doesn't feel that it's a piss weak sentence. Maybe they feel it's the right sentence. I don't know. I'm not going to attempt to speak on their behalf, and I'm not sure it even matters. I just feel that, and maybe I'm wrong, and if you want to tell me I'm wrong, please have at it. But I just feel that is such an inappropriately low sentence, that if there is a justification, then the authorities need to present the information which would allow for that justification, so that we can realize, that we can go, oh, okay, fair enough. She was suffering from this incident, that incident, PTSD, whatever it is, some kind of psychosis. Maybe, who knows what it was. I'm guessing she was put through some severe trauma, which, we should feel empathetic about. I don't know. I'm not a judge. I'm not a magistrate. I don't know about these things. Sometimes there are extenuating circumstances that do justify lesser sentencing. But I just feel that at least some of the details ought to be shared with the public, so that the public don't feel like I'm currently feeling, which is gypped. Why does a 15-year-old girl get such a light sentence? Is it because, pardon my French, because she's got a vagina? Is that it? And I'm being serious. I'm not being sarcastic. I'm not being facetious. It's a genuine thought that I have. It's a concern. Do women, vagina bearers, get lighter sentences merely because they're women? I mean, if we were to look for examples of such sentencing, this would be one, would it not? She's been given 5 years after having stabbed someone to death. That's not enough. That's too light. If it was a man or a boy, would they have been given more than 5 years? Yeah, probably. Why is she only getting 5? That's a genuine question. Is it because she has a vagina? Secondly, because of her age. I mean, how much of a pass do you want to give someone because of their age? How much of a pass? You want to give them a complete pass? Because this seems to be pretty much a complete pass to me. I mean, murderers should get life in prison, shouldn't they? You take life, you get jailed for life. I mean, that's like kind of the norm. Maybe 20 years, 25 years, but 5 years? Is it because of her age? Because she's 15? Is that it? I don't buy that, personally. Fuck that, 15-year-old... Look, I'm 15 years of age was a very long time away for me, and I was not a fully formed human at the age of 15, and maybe I never will be a fully formed human. But certainly I knew not to stab people at the age of 15. I had that firmly in my mind. So, I don't know. I guess I've gone on a ramble there. Thanks for listening. If you do like this video, these subjects, then please give me a little bit of encouragement. Like, comment, subscribe. If you need a mental health break, maybe I do, then go away. Do something else. Stop watching these videos. Piss off. Or check out At the End of the Day's channel. She's one of the friends of this channel. Bella, she does nice live streams on YouTube, normally for about an hour, 2 hours or so. So have a look at her. There'll be a link. There'll be a link somewhere to take you to her channel. And if you want to hang out in a nice, kind community on YouTube, if you need a little bit of mental I don't know, just more pleasant things to talk about other than these very dark subjects. Again, full condolences to Nim's family. It is tragic and it is touching, and I believe what the article tells us, that he was a talented musician and a chill guy, and it's tragic that his life has been taken away.